What's happening, everybody? Mr. Come See by me himself in the flesh, back at you with another reaction video. TikToks that'll raise your vibration. Subscribe to my channel. Come see by me 4300. Get this content. Ring that bell. Like, share it. And without further ado, let's get started with the videos.
Mr. Eric Cole, baby. Come see by me. KSVM.
Hit him with this
Come
fresh
see by me, man.
You want to stay fresh
And we swing and swing ride. Swing there. You can roll with me or get rolled over.
We not falling for it, Cardi B. We not falling for it, Offset. Sorry. We know the powers that be put y'all up to this. Sorry, we know about everything that's going on. We know the mayor of New York just got indicted. And he has ties with P. Diddy. And we know that because right before he got indicted, he gave him the key to the city. We know that Russia is sending threats and NATO is preparing for a huge number of casualties in a potential World War III. We know that there are port workers about to go on strike, and that spells doom for America. Because for every day they're on strike, that is supplies that are pushed back for an entire week. Meaning if they go on strike for even 4 days, it'll be a month of backed up supplies. We know that the current presidential candidates are doing everything they can, pulling out all the stops to win this election. We are locked in as a country, as a people. We are ascending. We see everything that's going on. You can't run from this. No matter who put y'all up to this, to distract us, to distract the people, to create drama. You can't run from this. The people see through this. We know everything that's going on, and we are locked in. Sorry.
Shout out to everybody that's locked in on what's going on. Hey, real quick, man, I was talking to myself. I was thinking today, and I was like, you got Bill Gates out there with the fruit, and then you got the docks that's closed. I wonder if Bill Gates was on to something, and they know what we don't know. And what I'm getting at is he was making that fruit so you ain't got to go get it from the other countries to bring it in. That's just something to think about, man. These are TikToks that'll raise your vibration. Let's continue with the video. I was just thinking out loud.
Everybody listening, repeat this after me. The space inside this circle represents my realm of knowledge. All that I think I know about whatever I think I know is depicted right here inside this circle. I must keep in mind that there is more to know than what is within the circumference of my awareness. I start my teachings off like that, brother, because I know I'm going to say something that's going to be outside of people's circumference of awareness. And as I said, we've been taught, we've been trained to reject as soon as we hear something that's outside of our circumference, just like I did those brothers, So I'm about to make a statement that's going to hit people like a brick. But the statement is this: no one mentioned in the Bible ever historically existed.
Woo! Okay,
That's why I did. That's why I got this from. On my teachers on Sundays when I do Make It Make Sense, I always do this circle. I call it the circle of awareness. Shout out to Ray Hagins, man. Y'all look him up yourself and you decide for yourself. Use your discernment. I'm definitely using mine, and I ain't pushing my opinion on nobody. I appreciate everybody that's here rocking with me as I continue this content creation journey that I'm on. And these videos that I pick on TikTok, these the videos that make me get it through the day. Or I've said it in my previous shows. So yeah, I'll be on the lookout. And here go more content. Let's continue with these videos.
You shapeshift every night. Every night we go to sleep, and nobody questions where do we go. I've often asked, do you punch a ticket? Do you have a transfer? What vehicle do you use? How much fuel does it take? And where do you go? Everybody on earth that has a soul sleeps, unless you're very refined, and even then you may sleep at least once a month. Sleep merely means that your body can no longer hold the soul because it's run out of energy. And the body becomes so despicably horrible to the soul that until it cleans up itself, the soul leaves. So each night you die. You will die every 3 days, or you will die standing up. People go to sleep standing up. People had guard duty, just going to, they'll still be with you, they're still there. But you have to go to sleep because the energy in your body is not strong enough to maintain you. So you have to get out so the body can renew itself. You, as a soul, go out and receive some energy, jump back into the body, and then you go. Now, if that is the case, then you have to ask, what trip did you take? Where did you go? What is the action, and what is the reaction? That is another whole case of study. But I simply say, each night we die. So death is only death when it's final, for what we think is final. When we die each night, we're going to be reborn. If not, then you got obsequies, funerals, and everybody's mourning. If you do, hey, you made it back. But sometimes we get back with trace memories. We have a dream. I said, oh, I had a REM state, and a rapid eye movement state, and I dreamed this and I dreamed it. It seemed so real. It was real. Because you got out of the false reality, which doesn't exist on this planet, to the real reality that does off this planet, where you came from. That's why many people don't like to return. Many people get lost out in space and consciousness. This is why when you start talking about the speed of something, it's incalculable, the speed of something on a planet like this, because this planet is so low in vibration. Speed of light, speed of sound, no such thing. It doesn't exist in the internal world that is external to the Creator. Only exists then. When you're next to the Creator, there is no such thing as time. So for a soul, there's no time. But time must remember when it comes back into the body, and that's when you say, I don't know how long I was asleep. I don't know where I went. Man, it was so real, was there? Because you really became real. Here is a confinement. Here is where you're here to do one thing, learn. And then the time is to show what you've learned and what you're willing to practice.
A lot of jewels being dropped right there, man. I know in any conversation that you have in life, I know you're going to take some things out for you, and you're going to leave some things out there waiting for you. And we're going to leave that there, and we're going to let that marinate. You're going to let that marinate and how it resonates in your life, and you apply what needs to be applied. I ain't going to hold y'all, man. We just going to keep rocking with these videos. It's more. Hey, it gets better and better each time, like fine wine.
If you have a soul, you've got to understand you cannot die. Now, if you have a soul, you can change forms. That soul can go into different things again, but you're not going to go. You're going to be somewhere with the Creator, and you'll have your chance to get back at those who hurt you, or to even pity those who hurt you because they were so fearful and disrespectful because they were not you. Like I say, eggborns don't have souls. Consequently, they already know that they're limited. We are limitless. We're here for an experience, and we're here because we needed to be here. Nobody's here. Either they did not volunteer because they couldn't progress until their whole race that they were with progressed, or they were here to learn. Karma Dharma. People hear about karma, that just action based on what you've done you will pay for. But how many people hear about Dharma? That once you awaken mentally and spiritually, you only have to go through it one more time on the physical plane to prove that you now understand, and you can move on. This is a classroom. It's one of the lower classrooms, but it's the best way to understand physical reality.
And every day you're on the side of this, on above this ground right here, you got a chance to learn every day. Every day is going to be a learning experience. So that's why we got to raise our vibration. We got to do what we got to improve in areas that we know we need to improve in, and we don't need to let the video do the talking.
Don't get wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you're stupid. Right? I said you're ignorant. Anytime you want to stand up and proclaim to your own people what those who have oppressed us taught to us in the first place, you're ignorant, man. You're unlearned. That's all I mean. Therefore, because we are proclaiming, and when I say we, I'm talking about my brothers who stand in the position I'm standing in right now, because we spend our time proclaiming to our people that which is really lifeless and powerless and simply an instrument to continue our enslavement
entertainment, the black church has to end up becoming a place of entertainment.
Yeah, y'all look into this stuff, man. That boy, it gets deep, boy. You want to go to the rabbit hole, you want to go to the abyss, you want to go to any deep debt. Y'all go check out that information and use your discernment, man. But just know and believe, man. They use a fact check in 2024. You just better make sure that you validate and study thyself to be approved.
Proof. Chosen ones are not regular humans.
The chosen ones cannot be defined. You cannot put a chosen one in a category because God has created the chosen ones to be multifaceted and multidimensional beings. The chosen ones are of their Father, the Creator. God is the Creator, and He's created the chosen ones to be creative. That's why we can't just work a typical job. There's nothing regular or basic about a chosen one. And I say that humbly because the chosen ones do not experience regular things. They don't experience normal things. So that means that the things that they experience, even the trials or opposition, is abnormal. It's usually unexplainable. Everything about our lives is not going to align with society standards. Society wants to put you in a box. Society wants to put you in a category, but we cannot be categorized because we're so multifaceted and multidimensional. Society wants to summarize you and put you in a box and say that you do one thing, that you are black, that you're white, that you're brown, that you do one specific thing or job, but we cannot be defined. We're more than one thing. God has created the chosen ones to do multiple things. The chosen ones are a jack of all trades, have been put here in this world to change the world. That's why you cannot work a typical job, because God has put more in you. You're called for more. You're called for greater. That's why you will never be satisfied with a typical job. There's nothing wrong with it. However, there's always more that you can do to pour out what God has put on it inside of you. Society says that you have to define yourself as one thing, that you're known for one thing. Even when you have a brand or business, it has to be focused on one thing. But I believe that God is doing a new thing, and He's allowing the opportunity for the chosen ones to be as multifaceted as they are. God is shattering those standards, and He's doing a new thing. This is a new era that we're in, and it's literally for the chosen ones. It's for the remnant, so that God can deploy you into this world, just like the military, like a soldier in the army of the Lord. God wants to deploy you in all the industries so that you can be a light in darkness, so that you can be as multifaceted and multidimensional as you are. This is a kingdom takeover. God wants you to take over these industries. God wants you to live a life poured out. He wants you to pour out all that He's put on the inside of you. There's nothing basic and boring about the God that we serve. The Bible says that God can do a new thing, and He can do things that eyes and ears have never heard of before. And neither has it even entered into the heart of a person what God can do for you. God is breaking all the rules because God can do whatever He wants to through you. And He wants to show people what He's capable of through your life. Yeah, that's how they used to do it before, but God is doing a new thing. And because God is doing a new thing, He wants you to be flexible so that He can do what He wants to through you. Doesn't matter what industry you're in, let your light shine. You could be in the industry of hospitality. You can be in the medical field. You can be in the corporate world. Whatever world you're in, whatever field you're in, let your light shine. Let God use you. It's okay to be more than what the world is trying to define you as. God is doing away with all these definitions that society has put on us, that you have to be this or you have to be that. We are more than our skin color and what the world tries to categorize us as. Because God has created us to be multidimensional, He requires us to be flexible so that He can mold us and shape us into who He wants us to be. You may have started off being one thing, but God can totally transform your life for you to do another thing, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be unapologetic about where God is taking you. God may take you somewhere and take you places in your life that you never imagined imagine yourself to be. And that's okay too. Being multifaceted and multidimensional requires you to be patient with yourself. You have to be patient with yourself and with the process of which God is doing in your life and where he's taking you. You literally can be anything. When we're flexible like that, it gives God the opportunity to do what he wants because the possibilities are endless. You can start off working in one field and then God can put it in your heart to do something else because we're still growing. It doesn't matter how old you are, you're still growing as long as you're alive. It's okay to grow. It's okay to change careers. It's okay to want to move. It's okay to want to do things that people think you shouldn't do. That's okay. You got to be in God's will. The things that God does in a chosen person's life, it does not make any sense because God defies logic. He's beyond our senses. Our senses are natural. If God wants to pick you up and move your family to one place from another, let God do it. If God wants to shift your career and shift your life, let God do it. If God wants you to be a parent at a late age, let God do it. Allow God to break the rules of the stereotypes and all the standards of society. Let God do what he does best. Let God be God over your life. When we try to fulfill society's standards, we limit God. We don't allow God to be God in our lives. God literally can do anything. God can change your name. God can change your nature. God can make you over again. Your whole life can completely change. You can be one person today and another person tomorrow. Anything is possible. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. The mind is so powerful and God created it. So be everything that God has created you to be.
I heard that.
Go collect you some.
I heard that. The one thing that resonated with me was the part about the working part, because I know I take an L in the same way, probably every 4 or 6 years, be in a place where I give your blood, sweat, and tears to, and you give your 100%. I'm one of them. Anyway, but now I'm doing this, and this is not somebody else's. This is mine. So please subscribe to the channel. I need 500 subscribers, and I need this video to get to 1,000 likes. So when you come back, or you tell somebody, or you be like, "Hey man, see that little stuff Rich doing? Man, hey man, check that out." That's what y'all. That's what I would like y'all to do. So let's continue with these videos. Check this tune out.
Rainwater. It detox your body when you drink. Stop drinking water from your sink. That shit full of fluoride mixed with chemicals. When you stand in the rain, it detoxes your pores. So next time when it's raining, go dancing it. You don't need to run away from the storm. God give you a blessing. Rainwater balances your pH. It also can help grow your hair. Rain also cleans negative auras. When the rain falls, please don't be scared. Take a shower in rain, it's the cleanest. Rainwater is bad, what they teach us. Minerals and it helps with immunity. It's time to tap into your ingenuity. If you want to collect it, make you a rain barrel. First go and get you a trash can. Drill a hole in the sides of your spigot. Get a strainer, nothing will get in it. Cut a hole at the top of the can. Just enough so the strainer mesh fit. Flip it over, now you got a water barrel. We got rainwater, now it is lit. You can't collect rainwater in some states. I wonder why they made it illegal. Use rain, you can lower your water bill. Save money for all of the people. Send this video to somebody to let them know all of the rainwater benefits. Before you collect rainwater, make sure there's no air pollution in the city you living in.
Man, y'all felt that. I know I did.
People who have soul only. Here I go.
Hold up, because y'all could tell where he was going when his voice started. Y'all already know where he was going when his voice started. I want y'all to pay attention, man. That boy got some good stuff. There's Ray Higgins. That's my boy. I appreciate everybody that's rocking with me right now. But share this. I need 500 subscribers. Come on, y'all. Come see by me, man. Gang, gang.
Now here I go. People who have soul and intellect and don't have spirit, guess what they have to do to get you to God? They have to design an intellectual approach to what they call God. Hence we have what is called religion. Hence we have what is called doctrine. Hence we have what is called denominationalism. It's not a spiritual thing with them. of spirit. The best thing that they can do is put it all in intellectualism, emotions, and will. And that's why you have to go through indoctrination classes when you join many churches. Some churches have what's called a statement of belief. That means that if you want to be a member of this church, this is what we believe over here. And if you want to be a part of this, you must take on this belief system. Am I making sense, people? What have we done to ourselves? God did not design that to be the way of communication for the African.
Huh? Y'all heard what he said. I heard exactly what he said. Y'all heard that loud and clear. You know what you're here for. And you need to start doing it now. Because they fulfilling the prophecy. They fulfilling the prophecy. So, like they say, get your house in order. And go back to that rain song. It need to rain right now because some of these people pH balance is off. Get back to these videos.
How you can start loving yourself. You start loving yourself by not identifying yourself with the physical body that you think you are. You are not your physical body. And I know what I'm talking about. In 2002, on October the 16th, I was sitting in the chair and I went to know self. That's the spiritual level where you go and you neutralize your spiritual self. So Bobby Hemmett no longer exists, and I felt alone for a couple of minutes. But then I realized how stupid it was, because my soul was outside and my soul was identifying with its original self, and my physical body was just a series of illusions that never existed. So now if you can get to the point where you can devalue your physical self and every little thing that you hold dear in your life, including your family and everything, that understand that you are completely cosmic, you see what I'm saying? Then you can neutralize your ego enough that you don't have to be over here player hating on somebody because they bought a brand new fur coat. Right. It's just a series of events that never existed. We never existed. This is the ultimate reality that we got to say over and over, because at this particular time, we're being judged by what is called the apocalypse of the heart.
Die for knowledge.
Yeah. And yes, indeed, that was knowledge. Yes, indeed. That's a good person to follow too, man. That boy got some good stuff too. So let's continue. We got a couple more videos to go. Oh, but it gets better.
Discernment is a gift, but that is a gift you better be ready for. That is a gift you better be ready for, because you're going to pick up on so many things. You're going to see people's true intentions. You're going to see how people truly feel about you. When you walk into a room, you'll be able to see everything. You see the slightest movements people do when you make them uncomfortable. When you look people in their eyes, you can see what they got with them or got on them. You see their true intentions whenever you look them in the eyes. You know, it's a gift. But you got to have acceptance coming along with that discernment. Because when you're around people that you love, when you're around people you care for, you know, you begin to see their true colors. And that's going to come with you losing a lot of friends, falling out with family members, whatever the case may be. So that's a gift. You got to really, you know, understand what it really is. You know, it's for us to see what's really going on. We pick up on these things spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, the eyes tell it all. The eyes are the window to the soul. You know, you get around people, you can tell when people have done you wrong without it even coming up in the air. You can just see it, the way that they maneuver. They start wearing their guilt. It's crazy. you can just tell. Sometimes it's so strong to the point where you can almost tell what people are thinking. You already know what they're thinking. You be like, man, don't let it upset you. Don't let it agitate you. I went through that phase, where I was developing my discernment, and I could just pick up on things, and I'm just seeing people that I be cordial with, and I'm just seeing them avoid me. I'm seeing them be uncomfortable. I'm seeing them with guilt, but you got to make sure you're not letting that get to you. Remain at a high frequency. Remain at a high vibration.
I don't know about y'all, but I don't know if he talking to. I know he talking to me, and not only is he talking to me, it's like he doing a talking for me. He just told y'all in a handful what I'm experiencing right now, and I know I know right now it's somebody that's watching this experiencing the same thing, and what he's saying is resonating in your soul right now. You wanted to get up and shout, but you didn't. You wanted to give a praise, but you didn't. You did it inside your head. Just think when you let it go, when you just get all out, man. Hey, by yourself, you ain't got to do it in public. I had to stop because this shit was powerful. It had me cuss.
I'm just seeing them avoid me. I'm seeing them be uncomfortable. I'm seeing them with guilt, but you got to make sure you're not letting that get to you. Remain at a high frequency. Remain at a high vibration, and don't be worried about other people's vibrations. That's what's going to make you start, dimming down your vibrations. So when you walk into a room, you just peep game for what it is and just move accordingly. Just still be kind to people. Kind, cool, and cordial. That's what I like to call it. And keep it pushing. But yeah, it's a gift you gotta be ready for.
It's a gift you got to be ready for. Not every time it's gonna go as planned, and not every time it's gonna go as holy. And you can call it making a mistake or slipping up, or hey, that's not me, or man, say whatever you did, that was you. Whatever it was, take it, accept it, and don't feel sorry for what you done. Because everything was a learning experience. Therefore, there's nothing wrong because you learned any way that they go. If you didn't want to do it no more, I bet you didn't do it no more. And if you wanted to do it again, I bet you did it again. So take it how you want to take it, just how you deal with yourself. But the overall thing you got to do is love yourself first and foremost.
Who are the Orishas? I just want to give y'all a detailed explanation of who the Orishas are and what they represent in our life. Because there's a lot of misconceptions and false judgments of who they truly are. First, you got to break down the word Orisha. It begins with Ori. The Ori represents you, your aura, your soul, your personality, and your purpose. That's why everybody has a head Orisha who they embody the most. Orishas represent the divine forces of nature, known to be like spirit guides and guardian angels. They live within all of us and they teach us lessons in life. Each Orisha represents a part of ourself and nature, all in one. These divine forces are the exact forces that we called upon during slavery to be freed, to give us the strength to fight back. For example, the Haitian Revolution called on the Orisha Ogun to give them the strength to fight back and win the war, and they were successful at it. Had an agenda during slavery to separate us from these Orishas, because they know how much power they hold and how much power we hold. The Orishas aren't something that's separate from ourselves, they live within us. People would tell you they're demonic to separate you from them.
You heard? Now, that was the end of my TikToks that raise your vibration. I'm going to get to a point to where I can make this an hour long. 30 minutes is good when I'm in my beginner stage of it. I appreciate everybody that came out tonight, gave me your time, and picked up these nuggets, and I need you to utilize them or give them to somebody else because they're going to need it. That's why you prepare with it, and that's why you have it. Say, they ain't finna get no greater, man, and I'm not saying this as no fear tactic. What I'm saying is we're going to see some stuff that we ain't seen before. And if you're distracted, you ain't going to know how to make it. You're going to make it through family. Blood or no blood, you're going to make it through family. What is family? That's a group of people who unconditionally love each other. And everybody got their own way of looking at it. Everybody got their own definition of how they look at it. Or however you look at it. It's a group of people who really fuck with each other. And they'll combine whatever they got if they were smart. When it come down to it, it ain't came down to it yet. So a lot of people do all this talking because they got it right now. But you won't be doing all that talking if you didn't have it. You understand what I'm saying? If you didn't have nothing. That's why we live in a life to where things you get and it'll be given to you and it's going to be taken away. As soon as you get comfortable and think that you're untouchable, shit, you getting touched. As soon as you think you wasn't going to get nothing and you ain't got nothing, and you received everything and more. That's because you believed in yourself. You believed in yourself. You believed in yourself. When you spoke or you went to your little closet and you went to your little prayer area, you went to your little prayer warrior group, you went to wherever gave you some power to where you can uplift yourself, I ain't mad at you. We ain't got to do, everybody don't have to do the same thing to get what they're looking for. Now, if everybody was on the same accord, that's power too. But the division is so they done divided us so well designed. Like that was just well designed on how they made us divide each other like that. To where family's not even getting the concept of what conditional love, unconditional, transparent as love, transparent. Talk to you for a little minute. Transparent as love. Normally this would be Grown Man Thursday. But some told me I need to put my foot on the neck. Some told me I need to get in the game and get off the sideline. Some told me I supposed to been doing what I'm doing right now. I supposed to have done it a long time ago. I want to share what I've been experiencing, and I know what I experienced in work because all I did was just believe, and can't nobody make me believe otherwise. I don't care who you are to me. You can't make me, you can't make. If I ask questions, you can't get mad. If you don't have an answer, please respect me enough to tell me that you don't know the answer. And don't give me an answer because you feel like you're superior because you've been there longer than me. So what, you've been there longer than me? I probably grabbed a lot of stuff in for the amount of time that I was here versus the amount of time. It doesn't matter. That's division. But if you know that when you wake up and your whole destination, your whole plan is to make sure when you wake up, you know your whole destination, your whole plan is to make sure that everybody else is all right except you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I ain't yelling. I ain't moving a lot. I'm talking to you. You're going to go through more than what you're going through right now. I don't like standing where I'm at right now, doing what I'm doing right now, because as soon as I finish doing what I'm doing, whatever I said, I'm going to get tested on. I prepare myself for knowing that shit got to happen. What shit? Shit you don't want to happen. Losing a job, losing a loved one, losing period in general. For everybody that's getting money, for everybody that got more money than the next person, and you sit up there and look down at them people and call them broke. I'm talking to you. Because we live in a society now when the niggas got all the money, they look at the people who working hard and ain't got that much money and they call them broke. Then they turn around and say they love you. That's asshole backwards. They got us blinded and distracted, y'all. We love our sports. We love our entertainment. We love our politics. We love everything. We don't even know where half that shit came from. All we did, if we did, that means somebody told us where that shit came from and we just said, all right. But I'm talking to the select few who didn't say all right. And they asked questions. Your ass got blackballed. Your ass got kicked out of groups. You couldn't fit in. I'm talking to you. You ain't fit in over there. You wasn't them. You wasn't like them, but you tried. You did everything. You went against the grain so much to try to be something that you was not born to be. You was born to be a light on the foothill. You understand what I'm saying? You was put here to be a light on the foothill. Do you know what that symbolizes? Because everything is symbols. You got to learn your symbols first. And that's why I'm doing these reaction videos, because I'm going to find the reaction videos that let you know what these symbols are, so you know what you're dealing with. You got to know what you're dealing with before you can open your mouth about anything. And if you open your mouth about anything, that means you had to be towed down from everything that you had been told and start all over. That's like being a newborn Christian. All that shit that I was taught, I had to throw that shit away. That sounds disrespectful if you're in a... It sounds disrespectful. That's what some people would say. That's how the older folks say. It's disrespectful. It wasn't really disrespectful, because those are the type of people that dropped out of school and became successful billionaires, millionaires, trillionaires, business owners, and CEOs. Them the ones right there. The ones who ask the questions. The ones who ask the questions. The one who didn't follow the tradition. You know, kids go to school. You go to daycare first, early childhood. Then they send you to school. And then when you finish school, then you got to go to work. Then you got to do all that shit that they say life is. Get a job, get a family, get a house, get a car. Generation after generation after generation. They put a group of people up here that make X amount of money, and we looking at that like, I can do that shit too. And that's all we want to chase after. But it's always the good, hard-working ones that's going to get fucked over. You're going to get fucked over. I'm just going to tell you right now, you're going to get fucked over. It doesn't matter. You're going to get fucked over. They're going to fuck over you. You're going to go through some bullshit, y'all. You're going to go through some absolute bullshit. You're going to go through some absolute bullshit. You're going to go through shit that you wasn't even supposed to be in, let alone the shit you put yourself in. You're going to be in some shit you didn't even know you was in. You're going to be in some shit that you didn't even know you was in. How you going to respond to that shit? How about when you're in a pattern of, well, that shit happened to you again? Let me talk to y'all. This shit happened to me again? 4 years down the line, 8 years down the line, 12 years down the line. Shit happened to me again? The same shit, different scenario. Maybe a different city. Well, we're in a new surrounding and we're in a new setting. We're in some new... Man, appreciate that shit, man. You're going to go through the same shit you did if you was at your home spot. You're going to go through the same shit. I know when I went to college, I was going through the same... Because I was doing the same shit. I was doing the same shit in college that I was doing at home. Just in a different place. And nobody could see me. So I can intensify that shit. See, I wasn't no pretend ass nigga though. I wasn't pretending to be nothing that I wasn't. I was me all the way, and I'm gonna be me all the way across. I ain't gonna go in this building and act one way and go in this building and act one way. I don't care. I can adapt to anything. Yeah, I ain't say adapt to it. I say I can adapt to anything. That means I can go anywhere. I mean, I can blend in. That means you're a chameleon. But again, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. You need to go back and watch the videos. You need to go back and rewatch the videos. I'll repost it. I'll wait. I'm gonna be patient. I'm supposed to be doing this a long time ago. Shout out to Gals and Podcast. Shout out to Vato, because he gave me this platform, and since he gave me this platform, took off running. He always gave me the baton, and I just take off running. If it's from rap, if it's from school, if it's from ball or whatever, I'm gonna be the greatest at whatever I'm doing. I'm supposed to be the greatest at this content creation. That's why these TikToks is going. I gotta get on the Instagram. I ain't no Instagram. I'm not even a social media person. These videos, I do it really for myself, because that's all I watch anyway. It's stuff like that to uplift and to give me some knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And I know I don't accept everything in that I hear. I don't agree with everything that I hear, but I mash it all together and I do the best. I use my discernment. And you got to use yours, because we all got fingerprints, but everybody's fingerprint is different. Come see about me, man. I need 500 subscribers. Y'all need to go share this right now. Go do it right now. I'm not playing with you. God told you to go do it, and you ain't did it yet. You ain't shared this yet. You ain't did nothing. You ain't even log on to your little burner phone on your little YouTube page from something else and put a comment in there. I need y'all to do better. If you do better, I'm gonna do better. That's somebody told me that shit, and I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna tell it right back to them, because they know what's going on. You know what's going on. You know what I'm here for. When you see my face, you know what I'm here for. When you see me standing up in front of you, you know what I'm here for. I ain't here to harm no one. You understand what I'm saying? Unless you harming my people, And I'm a protector then. I'm not to assault the person that's causing the bodily harm with assault. You understand what I'm saying? So come see about me, man. Go back to them videos. I'm not playing. And you need to share this because it tell me how many times you shared. I need 500 subscribers. Some of y'all got them phones right now that you got with the food stamp card. You need to use that phone too and subscribe to the channel, man. All right. Appreciate it.